Good morning, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, everybody. I'm tuned in to the Trill Pill. I appreciate you for being here. Real quick, man, it's another small dose. As you can see on the screen right now, looking at some beautiful souls that took their own lives. We want to talk about how, and maybe a few suggestions on how we can prevent things like this from happening to our babies. You know what I'm saying? By babies, I mean our children. I don't give a damn how old they get. They can always be the babies. You know what I'm saying? The children, the youth. You know what I'm saying? So, as you can see, we have from left to right, Mercedes Smith, Marquise Brown, Rosalie Avila, Micah Bennett, Ashanti Davis, and Gabrielle Tate. And you see mental health in the youth. How can we protect? Well, let's go ahead and go into one of these stories. All right. Like I said, good morning. It's early in the morning here. Been up all night, just making videos. So you know how that go. You know, when you are in you can catch one of them creative streaks. But anyway, like I said, this is from Vibe. Shout out to Vibe for having this. This was a few years ago, about 4 years ago. Um, when it comes to children of color, the racial divide among suicide rates have tragically increased. Studies from American Association of Suicidology show more adolescent black males. All right, now um, each one of these beautiful souls have their own story um, and whatnot. I'm gonna go through a few of them have videos, a few of them don't. But let's see. You know, girls of color are less likely to commit suicide, but the stories of Ashanti Davis and Rosalie Avila have proved otherwise. The girls passed away within weeks of each other. Ashanti Davis, little baby, was 10 years old, and she passed away by hanging on November the 29th, while it's unknown how um, Rosalie took her life. But her parents said their official goodbye on December the 4th. All right. Now, but what links the precious gifts are their suicides. Both children were victims of bullying. Davis's family explained the fifth grader fell into a depression after a fight with a classmate and was uploaded to the app Musically, which I believe now is TikTok. Um, Avela, or I hope I'm saying that right. She kept a journal. Little Rosalie, all right. She kept a journal where she shared harrowing details about her tormentors and their jokes about her features. She once wrote, "They told me I was ugly today." Her father, Freddie, recalled reading to CBS News earlier that month. "They were making fun of me today about my teeth." You know, as you can see, little Rosalie had a beautiful smile, and it was nothing wrong with her teeth. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? She had braces on her teeth. And her teeth was probably a whole lot straighter than the rest of the niggas that was bullying little mama. You know what I'm saying? So, but with social media controlling viral content, Keaton Jones' bullying story dominated various channels over the weekend when his mother, Kimberly Jones, recorded her son recalling the moments he was teased in school. And like wildfire, the post caught the attention of millions while GoFundMe pages for Ashanti and Rosalie went unnoticed. Now, after it was revealed that everything wasn't what it seemed with Keaton's mother, those who followed the stories of Ashanti and Rosalie were somewhat vindicated as the girls finally found their stories in the public conversation. Now, I'm gonna show you this Keaton Jones story. All right. Let me see. I can pull it up real quick. Now, Let me see. Hold up real quick. Drop that down. Now the Keaton Jones story, if you remember, let me see. Hold on. It basically was a catfish story. You know what I'm saying? It was a catfish story. Man, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it was pathetic. If you ask me, it was pathetic. Let me see if I can get this on real quick. Uh, screen. You know what I'm saying? The window, not the entire screen, not the window. Boom, there it go. Oh, there it go. All right. Let's see. Take. All right. So here's Keaton. All right. You see the family of Keaton John faces backlash after their mother's views of black protesters come to the light. Now, you know what I'm saying, over the weekend, the video of Tennessee native Keaton John went viral after he tearfully recalled moments of bullying at his school. It was on Facebook. She had the camera off in his face. You know what I'm saying? Over the weekend, Tennessee native Keaton John went viral. Blase. Posted the video. It all, you know what I'm saying, it went, you know, it went viral. 22 million views. Snoop Dogg, Rihanna, T.I. They, you know, gave, you know, support. Now they calling that, you know what I'm saying? You know, and yeah. Need I say more? All right. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what was with Keaton Jones. Now at that time, they pretty much catfished the story. That was like, oh, you know, she put the camera in front of his face. I ain't about to show the video because I don't do all that and give him all that publicity. You know, not publicity. And like I got mean niggas following. But I'm just saying, um, it's just certain things that I don't want to show. But anyway, back to these babies. You know what I'm saying? That's what we hear about. I just show y'all the Keaton story. You know, when his story came out, it pretty much drowned out the stories of Ashanti and Rosalie. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, these right here, these babies right here. This is Ashanti on the left. This is Rosalie on the right. All right, now, you know, talk about the GoFundMe pages. You know, they finally got some traction with that and with the help. But the elements of bullying and suicide are twofold, creating conversations about prevention and peanut gallery like chatter related to the weakening of children of color. With trauma in and out the home adding to motives behind suicide, the awareness is needed more now than ever. Now, this is 2017. It's 4 years ago, and it's still needed now. All right? You can take that statement, what I just said, what I just read, you can apply that to now, right here, right now, 2021. But the stories of Ashanti and Rosalie prove this, as well as more children of color who decide to end their lives when support never arrive. Now, let's get to Marquise Brown and Mercedes Smith. All right. Now, just days after Mercedes Smith, let me get their pictures up so you know who I'm talking about real quick. This is Mercedes Smith and Marquise Brown. All right. Just days after Mercedes Smith committed suicide, her longtime boyfriend Marquise Brown did the same thing after he was bullied online and blamed for his girlfriend's death. The Ohio natives died in April with Smith pregnant with her first child. The teen was found unresponsive at her dorm at Lindsey Wilson College, where she studied communication and was a member of the track and field team. All right. The reports they indicated that Smith suffered from depression, which led to her suicide. After Smith's passing, Brown was struck with the grief and posted to Facebook his shock of her death. Today, I lost my wife. I should say I lost my life. Can't put it in words how I feel. We just talked last night. Why you ain't tell me? He said in a Facebook post. Even though we knew we ain't have nobody, we knew we had each other. You was really a reflection of me. You knew how I felt. knew when I was feeling, and you thought it was crazy how I knew something was wrong, even when you would fake a smile. It feels like my life just ended. It would just talk. We just talk though. Why wouldn't you say nothing, man? Why? And before this brother took his life, he posted a video crying and saying his goodbyes to his family. He said, "I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to get all my words out before I go." He said in a Facebook Live video, "I can't do this no more, bro. I'm tired. I tried. Everybody knew I love Mercedes, bro. And y'all sound dumb if y'all think I didn't." Mm, like I said, you know. So I don't necessarily think that um, people care, man. I mean, I know some do, but in a later topic on a later video that I've already made, it's like m- people's mentals. Um, oh man, I lost the words, but just make sure you check up on your people. It is so important. Like look, man. To be honest, I know exactly how he feels when he said, even though we knew we didn't have nobody, we knew we had each other. All right. Now, Mercedes Smith she was a track star, and she had gotten pregnant. So I can only imagine the stress that she felt because she played sports, and I went to school, played supposed to play ball, and I ended up having a child, and I ended up not playing football, and I could remember the stress that I had, what I'm saying, from the girl that was having my child, but at the same time it's like shit, it ain't important right now. You know what I'm saying? I really ain't got no future with this, but this child, you know what I'm saying, and that child ended up being my oldest baby. So I know the stressors of being a father or just being a parent on a college campus and trying to balance out being a parent, being a kid, being a college student, and all that in between. It's one big melting pot. And one of these days, I will make a video. That'll be one of my little story times. You know what I'm saying? But I will, what I'm saying, do that because I understand how that feels. And that's why it is important for us to make sure that our children have, um, you know, I know we want to be hard and be disciplined. I'm not telling you not to. All right, you parent how you want to parent, but you need to let them know that they can come and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? They need to come and talk to you when they're not feeling whatever. It doesn't matter what the conversation is. Let them know. Have them feel like you are an open lane. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way. A lot of these kids feel like they don't have nobody to talk to. Their parents shut them off. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it got something to do with the family disbanding or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? But these babies are important enough, and unfortunately, these babies and millions of other babies took their own lives because shit got a little rough, and they didn't know how to convey how they felt to an adult. Maybe because they feel like nobody cared. Maybe because they felt like they didn't have nobody to talk to. But for whatever reason, these beautiful souls should still be here. All right, now let's see, man. Let's see. This dude right here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is Gabriel. Gabriel Tay. Now, Gabriel Tay is from he was in Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? He hung himself up the necktie on January 26th after a bullying incident at his school. His mother, Cornelia Reynolds, was unaware of the bullying because the school allegedly covered up the incident. All right. So I'm saying this shit again. His mother, Cornelia Reynolds, was unaware of the bullying because the school allegedly covered up the incident. Surveillance footage from Carson Elementary School, dated on January 24th, showed a presumably older child walking up to Tay and knocking him unconscious. Reynolds claims she was told her son fainted at school and that she would take him to the hospital to get checked out. It wasn't until the footage was made public that Reynolds and other parents discovered that their children were bullied. Investigators began to notice the conflicting accounts after speaking to administrators at the school. All right, the investigation into Tay's death is closed, but Reynolds filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the school. She said, "I am my son's voice, and it will be heard." So Reynolds said in a statement, "As Gabe's mother, it is my obligation to make sure this was never happen again." So rest in peace to young Gabriel, and shout out to Cornelia Reynolds, his mother. And it's also piss poor. With me having some educational experience. You see these things, and every time that I would see it, I would stop it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let it get started because I remember this story, and around this same time was when I was, making a new transition and from education into transportation and whatnot. But deep down, I have a soft, like I have a heart for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I just enjoy their um, uh, the energy that they have. It brings me back to being a kid. And goddamn me, I'm a big kid, to be honest with you. But they're fun. You know what I'm saying? They're fun. They're exciting. They're like a sponge, And with the right things, you tell them the right things, they'll go on and be great. These are the children that are going to take care of us, that are going to have the keys in their hands once we get old and gray. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you want to invest in the future? Why would you want to collaborate? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the right word, but I can't think of the right word. But yeah, these schools basically, Lil Gabe and a bunch of other children at that school were bullied. Lil Gabe was knocked unconscious. All right, the school covered it up. All right, that's piss poor. That's piss poor. And because of that, our little brother took his own life. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Gabe. Now, put little mama up here. Naika Bennett. I hope I'm saying her name right. But she has a beautiful smile. Reminds me of my daughter. As people who watch Facebook Live, Naika Bennett turned her headscarf into a noose and used it to hang herself from a shower stall. The 14-year-old is living at a foster home in Miami. Hold on real quick. Okay. The 14-year-old was living at a foster home in Miami. And after years of conflict between her mother, Gina K's, comments on the stream were divided as some believed her suicide was a stunt, and others were pleading for her to reconsider, and several bullying her into going through with it. One comment caught the attention of investigators was reportedly linked to her mother. All right. One comment that caught the attention of investigators was reportedly linked to her mother. Sip some coffee real quick. Hold up. All right. It said, hashtag ADHD games played. You sad little DCF custody jit. That's why you were you at for this dumb ish. All right. More, you keep crying wolf. You dead. You would get buried. Life goes on. At the jit that doesn't listen to her parents, trying to be grown, seeking boys and girls' attention instead of her books. All right. So that's the one comment that caught the attention of investigators. That was reportedly her mother. All right. Now, that's her own mother saying what she said to this baby girl. All right. That's her own mom. ADHD games, ADHD games play, you sad little DCF custody jit. That's why you were at. That's why you were at. You act for this dumb ish and more. You keep crying wolf. You dead. You would get buried. Goes on. Life goes on after a jit that doesn't listen to their parents, trying to be grown, seeking boys and girls for attention instead of her books. But maybe if she didn't have a mom who wasn't such a piss poor parent, little baby would still be here. Because I can only imagine this little mama was 14 and um, she was at a foster home. So the fact that she was at a foster home means that you were unfit to be a parent. And because you were unfit to be a parent, you don't have no right to say what you said to that baby girl. You have to get your shit together. And probably that was probably the last straw with her. Because little mama took her own life. Now, Gina Case has denied being online at the time her daughter's hanging, but she did believe that it could have been a stunt. She also expressed that to the Miami Herald that Nakia's constant movements in the system caused her to become disrespectful and rebellious. Well, use her mama. You know what I'm saying? She will be moving from place to place if you had your shit together. Now, Nakia spent a total of 3 stints in foster care after being placed in 14 different foster homes. There were several reported incidents between her and her mother who failed interventions from caseworkers. In the months leading up to her suicide, Nakia pleads with her mother to find common ground. Nakia often reported that she missed her mother greatly and really wanted to go back home. The timeline documents from the agency reported, all right, Nakia reported that she was feeling a bit sad because her mother didn't want her back and wanted her to age out of the foster care system. I just felt like they switched up the morals and values I put in place raising my daughter, Alexis said about the conversation. All right. My daughter went back and forth in the system and used that to manipulate me. And she knew that as a parent, I could not hit my child anymore. She came back and knew mommy can't get a belt. She knew that. Ooh, that's some sick shit. Her mama was sick, dog. Her mama was sick. If the CF Secretary Mike Carroll released a statement about teen and his disappointment the agency couldn't save her, there's little that we can say, you know what I'm saying, that adequately describes the sorrow we still feel today from the loss of Nakia, Carroll said in his statement. It is more exacerbated by the information that was learned during the course of the agency's investigation that this is a child who endured great trauma in her life, and despite many service interventions, we were not able to put the pieces back together to prevent her from taking her own life in such a public forum. So, rest in peace to Lil Mama. Look, man. Um, mm, Look, man. We gotta do better as parents. We gotta do better as not just as parents, but as you know what I'm saying, adults, OGs, whatever you want to call them. If you don't have kids, doesn't matter. You got nieces and nephews, man. You got to be able to let them know that they have a lane, somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things go on with these children. Just reflect back when you was a child and how hard it was for you being a child, or the struggles that you had with being a child. You know what I'm saying? Just revert back to that. You know what I'm saying? Go back to it Um, remember how hard it was being a kid. Now, you put that with now being a child with social media around. That's the common denominator with all of these beautiful children. All right, it's a common denominator. So, without further ado, man, y'all make sure that y'all watch these kids on what they're doing. Talk to these babies. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. I don't care if it gets on their goddamn nerves. Talk to them. 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 I don't care about they getting off. They getting that shit off. And I don't, I no. Go talk to them. Go talk to them. Because you don't know how close they are. How many times we done said, somebody asked us, hey, how you doing? And you say, I'm all right, knowing goddamn well that you're not all right. Keep these babies in their prayers. Keep these families in y'all prayers, man. Rest in peace to all these babies on the screen. Mercedes Smith, Marquise Brown, Rosalie Avila, Naika Bennett, Ashanti Davis, Gabrielle Tate, and the millions of other children who took their lives or had their lives taken because of suicide or bullying or anything in that realm. All right. I don't even like to see. I don't like to see no babies die. It's painful. It's painful. It hurts. But without further ado, rest in peace to all these babies on the screen, all the millions out there. We got to come up with some ways to prevent this. We got to come up with ways. Children need therapy and the resources, and they need all these things, man, because they're growing up in the world. They're growing up in this world right now. All you gotta do is look back and think about all the shit that happened in these last year, 2.5 years. Imagine being a kid and that happening. I will have my daughter and her son talk about the impact of Corona and going to school. You know what I'm saying? I will have her on here soon. She can talk about that. She has a very interesting perspective. It's a very smart, beautiful, talented young lady. I'm proud. I'm proud for her. I'm proud to be her dad. I'm proud to be blessed with a child like that. So with all my children, but my other two little babies, they still little babies, but they bring it themselves. But my oldest baby is gonna be a problem because she is something to man. She's gonna do great things, and I've seen this world and how they treat young, black, beautiful, intelligent women. And it's my job to prepare her for what she has to go through, not only just when she's an adult, but as a teenager too. So, but she will be on here and give her perspective on how it is, being a kid, you know, and with mental health and things like that too. So that's coming soon also. But in the meantime, in between time, this is a small dose, since the trio pill. Much love to y'all. Like I said, man, God bless everybody. And two things, man. Stay trill and heal and mind your mental to be monumental. Much love, y'all. God bless. I'm out there.